Hi, this is Emily. This is my video for G3 and G4 SDGs. So for the first SDG I'm going to do for this video, it's going to be life on land, and I'm comparing the two countries, the US versus Laos. So the first data chart I have here is share of land covered by forest. Forest area is land under natural or planted stands of trees, whether productive or not, and excludes tree stands and agricultural production systems. So you can see that the US has remained pretty steady throughout all the years, slightly increasing in 2020, but Laos starting up very high in like the 1990s is like slowly going down towards 2020. The share of land area that is protected in 2021, its terrestrial areas are totally or partially protected areas of at least 1,000 hectares that are designated by national authorities as scientific reserves with limited public access, national parks, natural monuments, nature reserves, or wildlife sanctuaries, protected landscapes, and areas managed mainly for sustainable use. So I do have a couple countries on here, but like I said, we're doing Laos and the US. So Laos is 18.69% share of land area is protected, which is about 5% more than the US. The US is only at 13.02. Share of important terrestrial biodiversity sites that are protected, 2000 to 2021. So in 2000, the US started at about a little over, I would say 36%. Laos started even lower than that. I would say probably about 32%. But as you can see, Laos jumps up a lot in 2021, going more towards 50%, where the US has another steady increase over the years. The annual change in forest area 2010 to 2020, forest area net change rate measurement, annual net change in forested areas as a percentage of total forest areas. Negative values indicate a net loss of forest, and positive values at net gain. So as you can see, Laos did have more of a net loss. The US is slowly getting there, but Laos is in negative where the US is still in the positives. So for life on land, how can AI help? The first one I have is CO2 removal, monitoring deforestation. CO Energy, a utility company, is using AI to predict energy consumption patterns and adapt its operating systems, boosting efficiency by 20%. Helping develop greener transportation networks, Carbon Tracker uses AI to track emissions from coal plants using satellite imagery. Detecting energy emission reductions, Google uses AI to reduce energy load of its data center, reducing energy costs by 40%. Predicting extreme weather conditions, IBM is using AI for better weather forecasting, making predictions 30% more accurate. It helps renewable energy companies better manage their plants and maximize the use of their energy production. For the second one, I did life below water. For the first data chart I have here, it's beach litter, 2015 to 2020. And I'm comparing Australia and the US. So Australia and the US had a pretty similar increase. The US definitely more than Australia. We don't have any information on Australia for Australia's beach litter from 2019 or 2018 to 2020. But the US has definitely decreased since then, and I'm pretty sure Australia is decreasing too. We just don't have the data for it, but the US is definitely decreasing. Status of the world's fish stocks. Fish stocks are overexploited when fish catch exceeds the maximum sustainable yield, the rate at which fish populations can regenerate. And so this is the world point of view. So it is like still biologically sustainable for the most part, but as the years go on, it is becoming more overexploited. The share of marine territorial waters that are protected in 2021, Australia is one of the higher ones up there. It's got 44.34%. The US only has 19.05. Chlorophyll, a deviation from the global average. The US is still higher in that. Australia is a little bit lower, did get high in the year like 2020 or 2019, 2020, but it's decreasing at a faster rate than the US is. Life below water, how can AI help? Machine learning tackles the challenges of plastic pollution by tracking and measuring how it gets into the bodies of water and creating new tools. Underwater autonomous robots, unlocking depths of the Earth's ocean, subsea inspections, monitoring pollution, tsunami activity, and plastic and debris cleanup. Understanding climate impacts on the Earth, how climate change is impacting oceans, integrating ecological systems, modeling approaches with machine learning into a hybrid can bring different approaches. Thank you.